Headed out of there by the Rangers.
Really good ball in there from Sean Chin from that left back position. He's looking for the run of AJ Jakwa. Jakwa, not the tallest player in the world, but he found himself in a good deal of space there. It was a terrific ball in from Sean Chin, just unable to get on the head of his teammate there, but a good opening attack from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
This is the second meeting between these two teams this season. They first met back in Kansas City on June the 21st. Switchbacks actually led that one at the half, 1-0, and then Swope Park scored 2 unanswered, and Christian Duke, the man we featured at the pregame, ended up with the game winner. That was the difference in meeting number 1 off the hop, played by the Switchbacks keeper, as he has been for most of this 2017 season. Moise Poiti leads the league, as Roland mentioned at the pregame, in saves at 91. And you can take that stat 2 ways. Bottom line is he gets it done in goal.
Moise Poiti has been fantastic for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. His distribution has gotten better as the season has gone along as well. We've seen him make some tremendous saves, highlight saves, saves of the week type of saves in the USL. Moise Poiti definitely been hot. Jack Jones picking up the foul there, just pulling on the back of Balo on the far side of the field, right in front of the referee's assistant.
Well, Steve Tritchue has done a masterful job managing personnel in his 2+ seasons here in Colorado Springs. Jack Jones, another one of those finds Steve Tritchue and company able to bring into this roster, and he has been a big-time contributor.
He has, as you see the rain pouring down there right in front of head coach Steve Tritchue. Jack Jones, the most interesting man in the world. He's been a good player for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to have. Really changes up the dynamic of their offense when he's on the field. He's an awkward player. He gives them a different kind of option from the speed that you get with Kevon Frater.
Swope Park on the back end. That's Amir Jidic, number 55, working at the midfield stripe.
You can see just how comfortable Swope Park Rangers are in possession of the ball here early on at Weidner Field.
Coming off a 5-goal performance last time out against San Antonio, oozing with confidence here near side. They'll play it to Colton Storm. In the corner, Phillips not able to deflect the crossing pass, and that's sent out to the far side by Shane Malcolm.
It was a good play getting forward on that right back position from Colton Storm. He'll do that every chance he gets. Pasher on the left. They'll push forward. Pasher, push forward on the wing back position, start to support the attack every chance they get. It was a good play initially there from Colton Storm to begin that attack down the Switchbacks' left-hand side.
Fast start, certainly something the Switchbacks FC looking for here tonight. We'll see if they get it. You saw the rain falling just moments ago in front of the Switchbacks FC bench, and fans have broken out the umbrellas. We had heavy rain during our pregame here, and then it let up for about an hour. And now it has set in again. The forecast calling for rain for perhaps the next hour or so. And you can see this is no light drizzle, a steady downpour. And certainly field conditions, flight of the ball, all going to be a factor here in the opening half.
It's really going to accelerate everything on this surface. As you see there, great job by our camera crew out in the rain. Really pouring down here in Colorado Springs.
And a long run, and that's going to get through the end line. Now, Colorado Springs, 9 wins coming in. 6 of their 9 wins, Roland, coming at the end, by the end of June. It's been a cold stretch the last couple of months, and certainly not too late, but they've got to hit the switch and really get things going here down the stretch if they want to get into the postseason. And out of the goal, this is Moise Poiti. And Phillips flicking it back, trying to get it to, or actually that was Luke Vercoloni.
It was a great flick forward from Vercoloni. You see Ronnie Argueta tracking the run there. Davey Armstrong starting at left back tonight. Sean Chin over at right back because of the loss of Josh Suggs attending the wedding of his brother. So Josh Suggs, left back, is out today.
There's Swope Park into the 18. And the Rangers an opportunity. They'll set up their own shot, low shot, ricocheted out. And that ball sent in by the Rangers, Felipe Hernandez.
It was Hernandez there with the shot.
They get it into the box. Phillips defending, and well done by Josh Phillips. Well, fans, don't forget, Nike is a proud partner of the USL Go to NikeSoccer.com for more information. Switchbacks and Rangers here on a rainy Saturday night in Colorado Springs. You can hear that rain falling down and see on the camera lens. Going to be tough to keep anything dry. The kind of downpour we're seeing here early on in the first half. No score. Masta Cashier dropping it back to Davey Armstrong. Good to see number 6 back in the lineup.
Davey Armstrong battled injuries all season. He's a fantastic player for that locker room and a great player for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to be able to bring on such versatility. He can play in the center, midfield, out on the right-hand side, and of course tonight starting at left back. So tremendous versatility shown by Davey Armstrong. Really important player for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Phillips from Moise Poiti. He's got Armstrong up the left side, and he'll try to drive it up to Davey. And too much on that ball. And to your point, Ron, you could see that ball just jump off the surface.
It almost accelerates. They didn't water the field, obviously, pre-game here at Weidner Field because of all the precipitation that we had. We thought the storm might hold away for a little bit. Had some fog come in, but you can see this ball here, as you said, just accelerates. It's almost like hitting a trampoline there. Really just skips off that surface, makes it very difficult for both players. Good hustling here by Jack Jones to close down Didic and force him into that long mistake.
Long ball down, and that's going to get away. So not only do we have rain a factor here tonight, but also the wind. You look up at the flags here in the southwest part of the stadium blowing from left to right, so wind out of the east. Flight of the ball certainly going to be affected here tonight if anything is hit up in the air. Sian McFarland feeds midfield. Here comes Shane Malcolm. So dangerous in the open field. Sian McFarland trying to get back for the Switchbacks.
You can see the danger posed already by that forward 3 of the Swope Park Rangers. Moloto, Selbo, and Belmar, very dangerous. They're interchanging positions. They've got a lot of speed, each player. As soon as Swope Park Rangers get on the ball, the Switchbacks very cognizant of that, trying to rotate Ranier, get it back as soon as they can. AJ Ajekwa there sliding in, trying to win that ball back. It's been a good job of recycling possession so far for Swope Park Rangers.
Amir Giedic now, big number 55 on the back end, and pressure applied by Cashier, Ajekwa, and Jack Jones, number 77 for the Switchbacks. And here comes Swope Park Rangers. Here to the Switchbacks in, and now a flash of lightning here in Weidner Field. Rain continues steadily pouring down here.
Pouring down and pouring into our booth. We've got almost a sideways wind here at Weidner Field. Very wet conditions here in Colorado Springs.
They'll feed it near the court of the 18. Hesitation. Good defense played there by Luke Vercoloni, along with AJ Ajekwa. Ajekwa got his first goal as a Switchback the last time they were here at Weidner Field. Unfortunately came at a losing effort. Try to turn the corner. Chin defending the setup shot, and it's wide. Wow, bang, bang play. And the Switchbacks keep it 0-0.
Really good play by the Swope Park Rangers there down the far side of the field. They had men over, really pushing the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC side to side. It was a good run forward by the left back. Pass here, he rolls that ball on a plate. Shot fired across Moise Poiti. No dive, no save needed, but that's early warning signs there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC defense. As we see here, the wind here really coming, bringing that rain down at Weidner Field in Colorado Springs. Really difficult conditions for both teams to play at here.
Moise Poiti in goal. Low ball out, and that ball just skips off the pitch. And playing it for Swope Park, Christian Duke. We mentioned him at a pregame. Duke played in all 34 games a season ago, including an appearance in the USL final this season, starting all 28 games, including tonight. And a whistle and a man down, and a card comes out. The second yellow card tonight, the first issue to the Switchbacks FC. And it looks like it's going against Josh Phillips.
Josh Phillips stepping forward there from his center back position. The Hanson Hot Springs yellow card. Players are going to have to be very careful here with these kind of conditions, obviously. Josh Phillips there off the ball, stopping the run forward there. Referee saw that. As you said, the Hanson Hot Springs yellow card. More lightning off to the north here at Weidner Field. Rain really starting to come down now. You just see some spots on the field that are starting to hold some water.
We have had one lightning delay earlier this season. And Swope Park gets to set up here on the free kick. So here we go, the Rangers, and that's James Musa, number 41, setting up the wall here for the Switchbacks. Vercanoni on the west end of the wall. And Swope Park will take it, not even close. Well, fans, don't forget to tune in to the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC, Channel 85, Monday at 7 o'clock Mountain Time for all the latest news and information from around the USL. Also, don't forget, Sirius XM FC airs the USL Game of the Week. Check out uslsoccer.com for dates and times. There it is. We don't need to say a whole lot about the conditions. One look at that. Pretty ugly.
Just hearing now from one of our fans, good listeners at the Air Force Academy game against San Diego State. The Aztecs over at Falcon Stadium is in a lightning delay, so we hope that lightning doesn't make its way over here to Weidner Field.
And Phillips going to let it go through to Moise Poirier. You know, from this standpoint, we've seen flashes, but it's been a ways off.
It has. It's been up to the north. Obviously, the Air Force Academy Stadium well to our west here from where we sit now at Weidner Field. So we'll hope that doesn't affect us. You see the surface is holding up quite well. It's been draining okay. That ball's still moving real slickly across the top of the surface. Referee just going to call Sean Chin for the foul here. He's going to go to his notebook again. Referee has not blown his whistle in this game without going to his notebook.
I'll tell you what, Roland, conditions, good or bad, tonight obviously very difficult conditions. Swope Park has been so impressive the way they have moved the ball. So, a free kick coming up here for the Swope Park Rangers. It's James Musa going to take it here for the road team. And the yellow card issued to Sean Chin. James Musa to take the free kick here for the road team. Rain continuing to fall here. Weidner Field into the box and offside the call.
The assistant referee's flag went up very quickly there. Offside is the call. More lightning off to our north side. It's an easy call there by the referee's assistant. See Sean Chin there leading the line, stepping up, just getting in behind Josh Phillips, but he was offside.
That's Nancel Selbo, one of the top goal scorers for this Rangers team. 7 goals coming in. He had 2 of those 7 last week in the rout over San Antonio FC. Chipped up, and Sean Chin. Boy, there's been some mixing and matching on that back end for the Switchbacks FC. Of course, Josh Phillips, or rather Josh Suggs, you talked about him not being able to make it tonight, so Davey Armstrong gets the start. They've had players in and out, but really Phillips, McFarland been 2 of the mainstays along with Josh Suggs, so a luxury to have a guy like Sean Chin able to contribute on a night like tonight, a game in which the Switchbacks badly need. Here we go. And that shot wide on the far side. So Roland, when you take a look at what is going on here in terms of conditions, how crucial is it just to get shots on goal because of the difficulty for a keeper to try to be able to secure a shot on goal?
You said it. Make the goalkeepers make a mistake, force them into those kind of mistakes. You see the wind really blowing in the Switchbacks' face, holding up the ball a lot. Sean Chin making a nice run down the right-hand side, supported by Shane Malcolm. Well defended in the end there by Pasher at the left back position for Swope Park Rangers. With the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, they've got to get some balls on net. As you said, try to force those mistakes here in these conditions.
Here we go, into the 18, Vercanoni, quick touch to AJ Ajekwa. Now to far side, it's Shane Malcolm. The cross headed out of there. Good position there defensively by Amir Jedith. Big number 55.
It was a good defensive header there. I believe it was Balo making that header. We're going to see the first accelerated Wealth corner kick at the 9. It was big number 81 there. Balo just coming across there, preventing that ball from getting on this goalkeeper. So we're going to see our first accelerated Wealth corner kick of the 9. Masta Kasher to whip this ball in with his right foot.
And sent right back out by Swope Park. Sean Chitt is there. Chipped in by Kasher. And here we go, Swope Park on the move. And Ronnie Argueta, good job to cut it off at midfield.
Swope Park had the opportunity to break there. It was fantastic play. Referee's going to bring the players off of the field here. It looks like we're going to have a lightning delay here. The referee, you can see there, he was vigorously touching his ear there. He was getting some word in his earpiece from the fourth official on the side of the field. So we are going to have a lightning delay here at Weidner Field. 18th minute, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC 0. Swope Park Rangers FC 0.
Conditions difficult, so 18th minute. We go to a lightning delay. How long will this one last? Well, we'll see what the radar says and how things shake out here tonight. So a delay at Weidner Field, and with that, we will step aside. A break here. Back with more USL soccer at Switchbacks FC and Swope Park Rangers. More after this.
laugh or what? Talk to the higher up, couple high fives. What did you do my medical bill when I got pneumonia?
And the lightning delay is over here at Weidner Field in Colorado Springs. We've had a delay and play has resumed here in the 18th minute of play. Josh Howe alongside Roland Vargas. And Roland, these players, a stoppage, significant time, close to over an hour in delay, but we're back playing. Phil certainly saturated with water, but the good news is we are resuming action here in the first half of play.
And we'll kick straight off with a Budweiser corner kick on the far side of the field. Both teams were allowed a quick warm-up. You can see just a bit of an injury there. Looks like maybe Sion McFarland picked up something in the head area, so he's just going to come off to get that blood taken care of. The referee just coming for that.
And I'd like to welcome all those of you tuning in here for Swope Park, the Rangers and Switchbacks FC. We have resumed after a lightning delay, taking over an hour in stoppage time. So underway, no score. As you can see, the field still heavily saturated with water. A shot and a goal. And here we go.
1-0 Sporting Swope Park Rangers, excuse me very much. Balo there with the finish, it looks like. Passed that one into the back of the net. It was Balo, passed to helpless Moise Poiti. It was a good ball in. Across the face of goal. You could see that ball holding up in the water a little bit. Clean, crisp finish though, made no mistake about it.
Omar Balo.
Easy finish there from Balo, right past Moise Poiti. No chance for the Switchbacks, number one.
And Roll, we talked about this during the delay. Expect to see a lot of scoring here tonight. The conditions difficult, and the ball, no telling how it's going to jump off the surface. Not to mention a goalkeeper, unless they body the ball, it's going to be tough to stop shots. That time it gets away from Poiti, and another goal. Bang, bang play. And Swope Park has come out and scored two quick goals. This time it's Carlton Belmar, and Swope Park leads it 2-0.
Two goals as fast as you're going to see anywhere in football. Moise Poiti comes out like you just talked about, Josh Howe. Goalkeeper has to collect that ball. Yes, it's slick. Yes, there's a lot of rain on the surface. We know about that, but he's got to collect that ball at the feet of Carlton Belmar. Belmar goes right around Moise Poiti, takes a touch, settles himself, and finishes that ball into the back of the net. 2-0, Swope Park Rangers.
So Belmar with the goal, that is his team-leading 12th goal this season. And suddenly the Switchbacks at a deep, deep hole. And Swope Park trying to keep the foot on the throttle. And you can see the ball hold at midfield. Fans, don't forget USL Soccer. So many ways to get news, information, scores, and highlights. Check them out at Twitter at USL Soccer or online at uslsoccer.com. Masticash here, the cross. And Malcolm header straight up in the air. And Jack Jones not able to get there in time, but Switchbacks will hold it in. The Swope Park in. Here's Malcolm, low ball. Shane again flicks it forward. Vercoloni on the turn. And that's good defense at a part of Tyler Pasher.
Good response from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to going down to two quick fire goals from the Swope Park Rangers. It was Luke Vercoloni there. It was a nice cross turn by Vercoloni, just trying to work that ball onto his right foot to get the shot. Unable to do so. Referee right on top of it, doesn't blow for the foul.
Man, a stunning start as we resume play just after 7:30. 7:35 or so is when we resume action. And here we go. Numbers for Swope Park. An opportunity. The shot hit, another goal. Unbelievable. They have scored 3 goals in the first 3 minutes as we have resumed action. And it's a 3-0 lead. And this time getting the goal for Swope Park, Nancel Selbo.
Such composure there from Selbo. Waited for the defender to go down on the ground. Pulled his shot back twice before he rips it. Josh Phillips had to make that challenge there. Another fake. Just passes it into the corner of the net. Pass to helpless Moise Poiti. 3-0 Swope Park Rangers FC. We've only played 23 minutes here at Weidner Field.
So resuming play just after 7:30. In the 18th minute, Balo gets a goal in the 20th, Belmar unofficially in the 21st, and then Selbo in the 23rd. 3-0 Swope Park Rangers.
About as disastrous a way you can come out from that rain delay for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. There haven't been any individual errors, glaring individual errors by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, but just way too much space in front of that defense. And Swope Park Rangers sure have exploited that, put Moise Poitier under a lot of pressure. Poitier could have done better with that second goal for Swope Park Rangers, but nothing he could do about the third one. Just passed into the net there from Selbowl. 3-0 for the visitors.
Well, 3-0 certainly is a deep, deep hole if you're the Switchbacks FC. On a normal night, it would be, but tonight is unlike any other night. Keep in mind, the tables can turn in a hurry with the conditions, and obviously, the keeper for Swope Park, who doesn't have a whole lot of experience, Darren McLeod, he's yet to face a flurry, but the Switchbacks, if they can get pressure on goal, opportunity to try to tighten this up. And look at the ball die as Davey Armstrong able to get there in time. Mastakasher now to midfield. Here we go. Ajakwa weaving in and out of traffic up ahead. Luke Vercoloni. AJ Ajakwa, quarter of the 18. Vercoloni, the ball holds the cross. And the shot, Malcolm, no. Ricocheted at the last minute. Appeared to be an opening.
Great play by Luke Vercoloni to get that ball in. Shane Malcolm just tried to take the touch to set himself up for the shot. Well blocked.
Headed out by Swope Park. And look at that ball die, and a win there for Shane Malcolm.
Great play here from Luke Vercoloni down the left-hand side. Able to whip that ball in. Shane Malcolm that deliberately took that touch up to hit that ball on the volley, try to get it out of that heavy, thick, wet grass.
A long way to go in this one, just the 25th minute of play, but Switchback some work to do. We resume action just after 7:30, and Omar Botto comes out, gets a goal, then Belmar gets a goal, and then Selbowl adds the third goal of the opening half. Don't forget, you can follow the Switchbacks on Facebook. Make sure you like the Switchbacks FC on Facebook. So a foul called and a free kick coming up here for the Switchbacks.
Referee blowing the foul there, and Hernandez shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Referee right on top of it. You can see Hernandez coming across there. AJ Ajakwa taking that shoulder in the back. Referee right on top of it. Switchbacks, good opportunity here, as you talked about, with those handling conditions for the goalkeeper. They've got to put McLeod under some pressure in the Swope Park Rangers net. Looks like Mastakasher standing ominously over this one with his right foot, trying to take a strike on goal.
Well, Darren McLeod, prior to the start here tonight, had faced 2 shots, made 2 saves, so not a ton of experience, but here he's got a 3-0 cushion. Mastakasher to take the free kick. Argueta standing to his left. There's the former captain, Luke Vercoloni, in front of the ball. The rain, you can hear, continues to fall.
Looks like it'll be Mastakasher strike this ball with his right foot. Try to put McLeod under some pressure. See if we can deal with the rebound. The Switchbacks look like they're going to be crashing the net here for any kind of chance that McLeod's going to give up here off the strike from Mastakasher.
Good strike, and it's over the crossbar.
Courtesy dive there from McLeod. Going for glory. Mastakasher looking for that top corner. No need for the save from McLeod. Unlucky there for Mastakasher. You can see the frustration written on his face. He's looking for that top corner. Just leaning back a little bit as he hits this one. Has to get it up over the wall, try to bring that ball back down. Just doesn't come down in time. Right over the top of the crossbar.
So a 3-goal deficit staring the Switchbacks in the face right now. A lot of soccer left to be played, though. Just the 27th minute of action. Here's Shane Malcolm. Cashier to his right. Malcolm. Can see that ball hold up in the water. Davey Armstrong. Argueta. Josh Phillips sends it over to the far side. There's Sean Chin awaiting and rolling. You can see how that wind playing a factor here in the first half.
The wind and the rain, of course. We've seen a couple passes here not reach their intended recipient just because that ball is holding up in the water, but yet, as you said, that wind as well. Josh Phillips looking for that crossfield ball, hit it nicely enough, just held up in that wind, didn't get to Sean Chin on the right-hand side.
AJ Ajakwa face first over on the far side, and now Swope Park. Boy, what a lift if you're the Rangers. You come out of the locker room, you score 3 quick goals, and now it's just trying to hold on to that lead.
Nice play there from Ajakwa right in front of the Swope Park Rangers bench. Referee ended up giving that ball to the visitors in orange.
Throwing far side. Here's AJ Ajakwa, and that's off a Swope Park player on the far side. Sean Shin quickly at midfield. Well, Roland, if you're head coach Steve Tritchie, as Jack Jones battles up top, the message for your team right now after giving up 3 quick goals.
I think head coach Steve Tritchie will stay with this lineup at least for a couple more minutes. Then you might see him make some quick fire changes. We know head coach Steve Tritchie isn't afraid to go to the bench, isn't afraid to go to the bench early. So he's going to see if these players can respond, see what they're going to do after, like you talked about, going down those 3 quick goals. And if he doesn't like the response, he'll definitely pull the plug here and make some substitutions. Already some substitutes warming up furiously on the far side of the field for the Switchbacks FC.
Played up the near side, taken away there by Davey Armstrong. You got Sion McFarland covering defensively. Gets over to help and working it up is Selbo, who just scored the 3rd goal of the game for Swope Park. And look at the ball hold up just shy of the box.
You can see Hernandez there waiting for the run of Selbo. Didn't come, but as you said, once again, that ball really just stopping in its tracks. Luke Vercoloni making a nice break forward. Had a Jakwa over to his right there. Jakwa was looking for that ball. He went for Mastakasher instead.
Tough to anticipate on the dribble. You could see Vercoloni holding, and then when he sent that pass off, no telling what it was going to do, and that time clearly jumped forward in a hurry. So anticipation, really a guessing game right now for the Switchbacks.
We talked about it during the break that we had. How many balls are going to need to be played in the air? Shane Malcolm finding himself some space on the right-hand side.
See the water splashing up on the far side. Fans, don't forget, Switchbacks, this is a first of 3 straight at home. Next up, September 30th, Orange County SC, a team right now that's in the thick of the playoff chase. They too need a win in a bad way. 2 points ahead of Switchbacks FC. Moise Poiti. And that ball pushed out of bounds.
He's just got to get rid of it there, Moise Poiti. Can't mess around with that ball. No telling where that thing is going to stop there. You can see Josh Phillips there instructing his goalkeeper just to punt that ball as far forward as he could.
Thrown on the near side by Colton Storm. Fitting name for a night like tonight. Tell you what, Switchbacks, no time to adjust whatsoever, Roland. I think they are still stunned at what happened.
What team wouldn't be? Obviously, the Swope Park Rangers came out from that delay. Words were said during the time off. They came out 3 bang, bang, bang goals for the visitors. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, they had a good chance at Kasher free kick. Luke Vercoloni's been able to find himself in some good space moving forward, but so far it's been all Swope Park Rangers here at Weidner Field.
And able to work his way out of 3 defenders. That's Lebo Moloto. He'll drop it back to James Musa. Phillips a takeaway. Here's Argueta. And now Josh trying to work it forward. And that ball just skips forward, and sweeping it back with the right leg is Amir Djidic. Here's McLeod. Argueta able to flick it up with the right foot. Ronnie plays through. And Roland, you got Malcolm on the far side, but tough to work the ball over in these conditions.
It was good play by Ronnie Argueta, able to get that ball. AJ Ajakwa makes a nice move. Referee right on top of it, blows the foul. Switchbacks have a throw in here. Moving forward, Davey Armstrong can offer some support down from his left back position.
Here's Mastakasher on the throw, and Vercoloni to his right. And boy, if that doesn't say it all, I don't know what does. I mean,
there's the definition of a foul throw. Kasher just tried to pull that one down, change his mind halfway through his motion there. Ball just pops right out.
That's why I believe we have just started to see the beginning of the scoring. 3 goals. I think we could see a ton of goals scored by the end of this one.
You called it during the break. I thought perhaps the conditions would work against offensive soccer here at Weidner Field. You swore there would be goals, and sure enough, there were 3 right out of the gate for the Swope Park Rangers. We'll see if the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC can get back on the board. Head coach Nikola Popovich there on the far side of the field for the Swope Park Rangers.
Malcolm feeds it over. Vercoloni lets it go to Cashier. Masta now. The blast from way out. And ricochet out to midfield. Phillips going to send it forward. Here's Davey Armstrong. Making the turn. Sent in. Vercoloni. Good run. Luke able to hold it up. Cashier. He has an angle. Masta gets through two defenders. Jack Jones taken away. And I hear Sean Chin. Big blast. Cashier.
There's a ton of spin on that ball when it came out to Masta Cashier, who's looking for the first-time strike on goal. Just got way too much of it there. Too bunched up in the center of the field. Cashier slices that ball out for a throw-in.
Excuse me, Roland. 6 orange jerseys around that shot. And you said it. I mean, they've got a 3-goal lead right now. They can pack it in and make the Switchbacks FC score a goal, score 2 goals, and then perhaps loosen things up.
That 3-man midfield, central midfield, Hernandez, Musa, and Duke. They're going to be quick to go back, quick to support their defenders, and really make this game difficult for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC going forward. It's all in the hands of Swope Park Rangers now.
Jakwa chips it in, just past the outstretched leg of Shane Malcolm, and it's going to be a credited Wealth corner kick. Accelerated Wealth.
Our second accelerated Wealth corner kick of the night.
Trying to scrape off the rust on our end as well. Been a long delay. So Masta Cashier. And that one's sent back out. So another accelerated Wealth corner kick here for the Switchbacks FC.
Masta Cashier will take it right in front of his teammates who are warming up there on the bench. Looks like head coach Steve Tritchie will roll the dice here the next few minutes. Masta Cashier better ball in this time.
Gets through. Jack Jones not able to get a piece of that ball, and Swope Park will control here. Jack Jones, boy, what an addition. What a spark he has been to this lineup, this roster here. A tough night tonight for the home team, though.
Yeah, it's something different. Jack Jones, very awkward player to play against, really puts defenders under a lot of pressure. He'll hustle everything down, press players. So he's a good player for the Switchbacks FC to have.
In midfield, up ahead, and Moise Poiti way out. He'll chip it out, and tell you what, a lot of speed on that outside edge. Swope Park, and Poiti with the only play he could make.
You can see the pressure that Poiti was under there. Just needed to clear that ball. Clear that ball out. Switchbacks FC have a lot of talent, attacking talent on the bench. Uzo, Kavan Frater as well. So we may see one of those players coming in here soon for the home team.
Don't forget to follow the Switchbacks on Instagram. Here's Davey Armstrong trying to knife it forward to Masta Cashier. Little 1-2 and a great tackle defensively there by Emir Djidic. Now, conditions certainly have not gotten any better since we've resumed action. The only positive is we're able to play.
The lightning's gone away. That's about the only change we've had from earlier. Still raining here, Weidner Field in eastern Colorado Springs, and a ton of water, as you can see at home on the field here. Referee just blowing a foul there, pulling it back there for the pull on Musa. Musa's up and able to continue. Swope Park Rangers will restart here at their own speed.
See James Musa there, number 41, and a look at their keeper, Darren McLeod.
Really hasn't been put under a lot of pressure in this first half here in Weidner Field.
That ball over the crossbar, and certainly a difficult night for the players and certainly for our crew, doing a great job, and apologies for any shots that might be unclear, but trust us, they are doing their best to clean the lens off as frequent as possible. But in a night like tonight, when it's coming down in sheets, it's near impossible to keep a clean lens. It is blowing in from all directions.
It is. We had to close up everything in the booth here. The rain was blowing into the booth. Very nasty conditions. mostly for the fans that are outside and, of course, our fantastic crew here at Weidner Field.
Phillips, good play to keep that pass from getting in the box. Chipped up ahead. And Sion McFarland takes a shot to the face, wants a card.
Referee going to call a foul for a handball there on Sion McFarland. Looked a little bit harsh on Sion. But the Swope Park Rangers are going to have a very dangerous opportunity here just outside the box. You can see here that ball held up, stops in the water, hits Sion McFarland in the face, and then there's an elbow there. You called it, Josh. A reach out there, and the elbow there from Mulatto right to the face of Sion McFarland. That's what he was upset about, but the referee gives the call the other way.
So here we go, a free kick just outside of the 18. And Moise Poitier going to have his work cut out here.
It's going to be difficult to get this ball up over the wall and then back down again, so he might see a blast. Try to see if it can work its way through the wall, but Moise Poitier setting up that wall. Josh Phillips ready to attack this ball if there is a touch taken to it. It looks like we're going to see a direct strike on goal.
Low ball ricocheted out, top of the 18, floated up, look out, headed up and over the crossbar.
Referee going to call offside there. Well done by the Switchbacks to push up after that second opportunity. It was a good job by the wall, standing strong, able to block that initial shot.
Driven out with the left foot, and another look at that opportunity for the Rangers.
Good job by the Switchbacks wall.
And back live. Swope Park attacking once again. Clearly this end of the field seems to be favorable. You got the wind at their back, does Swope Park. And it's almost like a wind at the old Candlestick Park or even at Wrigley, more of a swirling wind. We look up at the flags, they're blowing from east to west, but on the far side, the Switchbacks flag seems to be blowing from north to south. But bottom line is, we've seen the ball in this end of the field the majority of the time here since we resumed play after the lightning delay just after 7:30 local time.
And you could see that clearance from Moise Poitier really held up, didn't even make the halfway line. Usually he's good for at least 3/4 of the field there. Can't even reach the halfway line because of these conditions here in Colorado Springs.
And McLeod holds it with the right foot and chipped out to midfield. And here's Davey Armstrong. Good job to keep it in play. Up to Master Cashier. Boy, the Switchbacks having to work so hard just to try to get it in deep.
Two banks of four for the Swope Park Rangers behind the ball. Every time the Switchbacks get any kind of possession in their half, really organized defending by the visitors.
And that's the luxury of having a 3-goal cushion.
They can take their time. They can regroup defensively, and they can send men forward only when they need to. Swope Park Rangers really in charge of this game. The Switchbacks, goes without saying, have to get the next goal here at Weidner Field.
So in case you just joined us, a rain delay, or I should say a lightning delay of just over an hour. We resumed action just past 7:30. It was a scoreless game when we resumed, but boy, minutes into the restart, 3 consecutive goals by Swope Park, and that is the difference here in the 42nd minute of play. Fans, don't forget the Dead Man's Brew Fest coming up September the 29th right here at Weidner Field. Get your tickets at deadmansbrewfest.com. Look at the ball, ton of spin. Here's Vercoloni. Ronnie Argueta. A Jaquet midfield, and Argueta holds.
Good play from Ronnie Argueta there, wins the foul. Just needed some more support in the middle of the midfield. There was a good tackle initially from Luke Vercoloni to win that ball. You can see Ronnie Argueta gesticulating to his teammates there, wanting some more movement in front of him. A good play there by the Switchbacks captain. Able to work his body into position, take that foul, that referee right on top of it.
Back live, Josh Phillips chips it up. Swope Park, they'll push near side. You've got Selbo, and down to the middle of the field. And a foul looks like it's going against Ronnie Argueta.
Referee just calling a pull there in Mulatto. Ronnie Argueta, Switchbacks captain, pulled him down. Referee once again right on top of it. Good pressure there from AJ Ajayqua to try to win that ball back.
We play on, and here it is. Mulatto and Argueta.
Yeah, just a bit of a left hand out there, pulling Mulatto back from Ronnie Argueta.
So back live, here we go on a free kick. Sion McFarland. Able to play it now with the right foot, hesitates. And look at that wing, just knocked down the flyer of the ball. Mercoloni, good heads up play. Here's Argueta. Boy, nothing, Roland, coming easy in this first half of the Switchbacks.
You can see Mastakasher wanting that ball played further down the line. Ball just jumped up on Josh Phillips there, made it difficult for the defender to find Kasher on the left wing. But as you said, the Switchbacks really working hard for every yard they're getting. Credit has to go to the Swope Park Rangers. Defending in numbers, defending well. 2 banks of 4 behind the ball every time the Switchbacks get any kind of possession.
Well, I think if the conditions continue the way we have seen them blow in here in this first half, it's advantage Switchbacks in the second half, because clearly this has been the dominant end of the field. And most of the chances, and granted Swope Park's done a good job controlling the ball, but let's face it, this end of the field tough to play on in the south half.
We'll just see if the Switchbacks have dug themselves too deep of a hole to get back in the second half. They will have the win behind them. We're going to tick into 1 minute of stoppage time here. Weidner Field, Moise Poiti, got to get rid of that one again. That's a better goal kick though from Poiti, reaching Mastakasher. Nice touchdown to Luke Vercoloni. Good interplay.
Here's Mastakasher. He's got Malcolm in front of him, along with Jack Jones. Slides it out right side, gets by Ajayqua. Mills, long shot, and it's off the mark. Sean Chin had an opportunity. Jack Jones cutting towards the goal.
Great support play from Sean Chin down the right back position. Mastakasher just drifted across the center of the field, laid that ball on a platter there to Sean Chin. Chin had a look up, had a touch, took that strike to the far side of the net. McLeod made a good save out for a corner kick. Beautiful touch there from Sean Chin, looking for that corner, and that's a top drawer save. Here as you see the Wells Fargo corner kick being whipped in by Mastakasher.
Punched out, and now cleared out with the right foot of James Musa. Argueta and company, still time here. Minute stoppage time here at the end of the opening half. High up in the air, and McLeod able to secure here. What a half for Swope Park. You take away that 3-minute surge for the Rangers, and this is a scoreless game. But they put the foot on the pedal in a hurry coming out of the break, and 3 goals the difference. We head to the half. Swope Park leading the Switchbacks FC 3-0. We'll take a break, back with more from Weidner Field after this.
When you visit Olympic City, USA, you don't live like a tourist. You live like an Olympian. You walk like an Olympian. You eat like an Olympian. You drink like an Olympian. You train like an Olympian. It's no wonder why Colorado Springs is Olympic City, USA.
I'm Chris Canarum, and this is my wife,
Alexa Canarum.
We train here in Olympic City, USA.
And we love it here.
My name's Veronica Day, and I'm a national team member of Team USA Skeleton. And I love training in Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Go USA!
Rain-soaked Weidner Field here. We're at the half. Swope Park, the Rangers leading Switchbacks FC by 3 goals. Well, back here in the booth, Josh Howe, Roland Vargas, and Roland. Boy, what a difference 3 minutes makes. A scoreless match coming out of the hour-plus lightning delay. Swope Park comes out. They get a goal from Ballo in the 20th minute, Belmar in the 21st, Selbo in the 23rd. That's the difference in the game.
It really was an astonishing restart to play there from the visitors here at Weidner Field. I mean, they really came out, took the game by the neck, scruff of the neck. You saw a mistake there by Moise Poati in the Switchbacks net, but nothing the Switchbacks could do about those other 2 goals. Just individual brilliance by the visitors, Swope Park Rangers. Fantastic, well worth their 3 goals. 3 quick goals. Switchbacks really needed to regroup. We talked about seeing the majority of the play to the right of our screen in the Switchbacks half. Switchbacks really found it difficult to get out of their own half and control the game. Swope Park Rangers 3-0 lead at the halftime really put the pressure on here when they got back from that the lightning delay. And
if you're Steve Tritchie, the message at the half you would have to believe is at least going to point to the fact that, hey guys, we're going into the same end that Swope Park just went in, scored 3 goals in a matter of 4 minutes. We have every bit of chance to get back into this match.
The Switchbacks will have the win behind them. I wouldn't be surprised to see a substitution or 2 made, an offensive substitution. Maybe Kevon Frater, maybe Uzo off the bench, add a little bit of speed, add a little bit of power to that attack for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. But they will have the win behind them. That's a bonus, but down 3 goals. We'll see if they can get that next goal. Perhaps we can see a good second half here, Weidner Field, from a Switchbacks perspective, but they've got to get the next goal.
Keep in mind, Darren McLeod, the starting keeper tonight for Swope Park, prior to the start tonight had faced his 2 shots on goal all season, so not a ton of experience here, at least at the USL level. So it will be interesting to see how he holds up in the second half, especially his team really going into the teeth of that win.
And he made a great save from Sean Chin to end that first half, so that'll give McLeod a little bit of confidence. But the Switchbacks need to pepper that goal, need to make the goalkeeper make some mistakes with these conditions here at Weidner Field.
Well, it's been a tough 45 minutes, but the good news for the Switchbacks, 45 to go. Can they regroup? Stick around. We've got the highlights from the opening half, and half number 2, it's coming up.
Recently, our country has witnessed catastrophic devastation. Hurricanes and flooding have upended lives and livelihoods.
Across this great country, Americans have answered the call.
That special calling that compels us, when others are down, to step up and do whatever it takes.
America's at her best when, against all odds, we come together and lift each other up.
Please donate to oneamericaappeal.org. America needs you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
The road to the 2017 USL Cup playoffs continues to evolve. In Week 24, Real Monarchs SLC became the first team to clinch a spot in the postseason. But Week 26 saw 2 more clubs claim their position, with San Antonio FC doing so in midweek and Louisville City FC earning the first Eastern Conference postseason spot over the weekend. Maintaining their position as a top team in the Western Conference, Real Monarchs SLC were able to seal their position in the postseason in Week 24 despite falling to San Antonio FC. The Monarchs still clinched due to a loss by Oklahoma City Energy FC earlier in the night. San Antonio FC punched its ticket to the playoffs last Wednesday night on the road at Orange County SC. Ben Noonan tallied the lone goal of the game, which earned San Antonio FC its first trip to the postseason in club history. A hard-fought draw in front of a home crowd of more than 8,300 fans at Slugger Field put Louisville City FC in a position to clinch a spot in the USL Cup playoffs if other results went their way on the weekend. With Orlando City B falling to St. Louis FC on Saturday night, Lou City was officially in the playoffs for the third season in a row, and the first Eastern Conference side to do so. With plenty of teams still vying for a spot in the postseason, the playoff race continues to be one to watch. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
When you're in the market for a new home, consider the advantages of working with a reputable builder. Make sure quality and craftsmanship are part of the offer. Energy and efficiency are both must-haves, and find an area of town that's right for you. It's your home, so do your home work.
Home buying tips presented by Oakwood Homes. Call or visit oakwoodhomesco.com or to speak with a new home counselor.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Bring your popcorn and grab a drink for Big Movie Mouth Off, hosted by Jimmy Martin. See video on demand, reviews, and the latest films and trailers. It's all right here on CET.
At the half here at Weidner Field in Colorado Springs, the Switchbacks FC trailing the Swope Park Rangers 3-0. Josh Howe, Roland Vargas. Roland, you look at the numbers, and those 3 goals in a matter of 4 minutes, that tells it all.
It does. 3-0 to the Swope Park Rangers. All the other statistics pretty even. Switchbacks picking up 2 yellow cards in the first half. But Swope Park Rangers with that 3-goal lead. 3 quick-fire goals there really put the Switchbacks behind the 8 ball.
Well, back here in the booth, Josh Howe, Roland Vargas, and Roland, we take a look at the highlights. An evenly played game. Obviously, around the 18-minute mark, we had a lightning delay that lasted a little over an hour. And once that lightning delay finished, play resumed, this game turned in a hurry. In Swope Park, they came out with all the energy. Let's go to the highlights from the opening half of play, a half in which Swope Park scored 3 goals. And here we go, a wet, soggy night here at Weidner Field, and not a lot the Switchbacks could do out of the resuming of action here after the stoppage.
Fantastic finish for the first goal. Moise Poitier, absolutely no chance. Good ball across. Ball holding up in those wet conditions. Field has eased a little bit, but that was right after the restart of play. Fired into the back of the net by Ballo. 1-0 Swope Park Rangers.
So about a minute later, it's Carlton Belmar. And a tough play. Poitier misses it, and Belmar able to put it home. A 2-goal cushion for Swope Park.
Moise Poitier's got to take that ball there. Just doesn't judge the ball correctly, doesn't judge that run correctly. Ball goes straight through. It was a nice ball played through. Carlton Belmar, nice touch, just settles himself, picks out the far corner, finishes well, 2-0.
Belmar, his 12th goal of the season, team leading 12th goal. And then this one, a little hesitation, stop, and drop it in with the right foot. That's Nancel Selbel.
Very good goal from Nancel Selbel. Fakes the shot here, takes one more touch just to set himself up. 2 defenders go flying past, and he just caresses that ball inside the post. 3-0 Swope Park Rangers. 3 quick fire goals here at Weidner Field. Josh Phillips coming across for that first challenge. It was a nice touch inside from Selbel. Takes another touch, and then just passes that ball into the back of the net. 3-0.
And you could see that ball didn't have a lot on it. Moise Poitier, though, tough to read the path of the ball, especially as wet as the conditions are here at Weidner Field. So 45 in the books, and we are ready to go here for the second half of action. Moise Poitier, the good news is he's on the other end of the field. The wind will be at his back, so hoping that his offense can keep it down to the south end, the Swope Park end, for much of this second half. And I'll tell you what, we said it earlier here in the opening half, 3-goal deficit on a good night would probably be insurmountable, but tonight, 3 goals definitely doable if you're the Switchbacks coming out of the locker room.
And it's just critical for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC that they get the first goal of the second half, get the score back to 3-1, see what kind of pressure they can put on the visitors, make it difficult for them. So far, Swope Park Rangers have been defending well, defending in numbers, 2 banks of 4 behind the ball, and they've limited the Switchbacks to some half chances. But if the Switchbacks have made a substitution, you can see Kevon Frater now leading the line for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, try to use his pace to get in behind the Swope Park Rangers. We'll see if that makes a change here for the Switchbacks at Weidner Field.
Kevon Frater leads the team in goals scored with 8, and looking to give the Switchbacks FC a spark here entering the second half. So they're attacking from left to right. There he is, number 11. And you see there the numbers. Jack Jones is off. Kevon Frater is in here to start this second half of play. And Swope Park quickly into the Colorado Springs end here to start half number 2. And this is Carlton Belmar. Taken away here by Sian McFarland. Chipped up ahead. AJ Achekwa heads it up. And Kevon Frater, there's that speed. And we'll see how Darren McLeod responds. That's exactly the type of situation that burned Moise Poitier as we resume play around the 18th minute of action after that lightning delay. And so far, so good for McLeod on his first test.
Well off his line there. McLeod playing that sweeper-keeper role, bailing out his defense. Kevon Frater trying to use that speed to get him behind.
And Swope Park, a substitution as well. Nancel Selbel is out. Mark Gonzalez comes in. And Gonzalez starting the second half as well.
Chapel Hill's Mall substitution for the visitors. Potentially just could be resting Selbel, maybe a slight injury picked up in the first half. He did look good here at Weidner Field, though, so we'll see what Gonzalez can do to start this second 45 minutes. Kevon Frater as well, reading that line now for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
That's a great takeaway by Davey Armstrong, and a good indicator just how that ball is holding up here on a roll. Here's Carlton Belmar. Scored his 12th goal this season in the first half. Quick turn now. Christian Duke. Haven't called his name a lot tonight. Duke, a player. He's been outstanding, starting all 28 games this season for Swope Park. A couple of goals and 5 assists. AJ Ajekwa. And now Malcolm punching it forward, and look at that ball just skip off the surface.
Ball almost accelerates. We saw it during halftime. Players warming up on the surface. Ball really picks up a lot of spin, a lot of English when it hits the ground. So it's going to be difficult for the goalkeepers, McLeod, here to take this goal kick. The Switchbacks really have to put him under a lot of pressure early in this second half, see if they can get that first breakthrough from a Switchbacks perspective.
Here's Darren McLeod on the goal kick. Hangs up in the air, straight up in the air, headed by Belmar. And all right, here we go. Switchbacks to throwing up ahead, and that'll stay Colorado Springs ball. Sean Chin, the throwing heads up top. And the long ball in, and it skipped. I tell you what, not a routine play by any means on a night like tonight.
Good hands from McLeod. Kevon Frater, AJ Ajekwa putting him under pressure. Good ball forward from Sion McFarland. Ball just skips. Had to be sure of his handling there. Got his body behind it. Well played there. The Switchbacks have done a good job to start this second half.
Well, there's no doubt we're going to see some goals scored here in the second half. The way this ball is playing, tough to judge. Shane Malcolm, Cashier, Argueta closes in. Phillips getting back on defense, and good help there by Davey Armstrong. Here's Malcolm. A little heavy on that touch. Shane doing battle on the far side there with Mark Gonzalez. Got to start the second half for Swope Park. This Rangers team, 4th in the Western Conference standings, rolling a win tonight. They lock up a playoff spot.
Win or a draw for the Swope Park Rangers will see them make the 2017 USL playoffs. Switchbacks just desperate to get back into this match here with a goal.
Well, fans, Sirius XM remind you to tune into the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC Channel 85 Monday. It's 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Central Time for the latest news and information from around the league. Also, don't forget Sirius XM FC airs the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. And that ball really launching forward right to Darren McLeod. Well, Swope Park last year in its inaugural season advanced all the way to the USL final, losing to New York. And the Switchbacks, well, in their first 2 seasons as a franchise, advancing to the playoffs. So 2 great franchises, and right now the Switchbacks going through a bit of a rough patch. We'll see if they can play their way through it. A lot of work left to be done here tonight.
Good tackle there by Josh Phillips on the far side of the field. Read that ball well. Slid in looking for the throw in, but it's going to go against him. Swope Park Rangers going to take the throw in deep in Switchbacks half, right in front of the accelerated well sign. But this is good play from Josh Phillips. He tracks the run, does a good job there, reaches in with that left foot, clears that ball out.
Matched up there with Mark Gonzalez. That ball in the box, and now cleared out with the left foot by Ronnie Argueta. Opportunity here for Swope Park. Turning. And Maloto, and right there is Moise Poiti.
Good feet there from Moise Poiti, able to get behind that ball, catch up easily with his body behind it. See if he can start the Switchbacks on a breakthrough. Sean Chin down the right-hand side.
And here's another look at the save by Moise Poiti.
It's nice feet, works its way out to the second half substitute, takes that strike on goal. Well saved there by the Switchbacks, number 1.
Shane Malcolm back live. Kevon Frater using that speed, gets in the box, goes down. Does he draw a card or penalty shot? No.
Referee right on top of it, points for the goal kick. Unlucky there for Kevon Frater. Used his speed, just like you said, to go around the defender. Such a dangerous player. Kevon Frater going around Colton Storm. Storm just reaches in a little bit. Kevon Frater goes down. Referee right on top of it gives the goal kick.
It's a good no call.
See there Annie Kaufman behind the goal with the flag. One of the great Switchbacks fans there, all bundled up in this cold.
And look at the ball hang at midfield, and a good job of Carlton Belmar trying to flick it back. Goes out. Sean Chin now. AJ Ajekwa goes right through that puddle. There's two puddles on the field, one to the south and the other one just across the midfield stripe on the north end of the field. Malcolm ricochets up in the air, McLeod, and now we've got a whistle. Is Malcolm down in the box, but no call.
It's a good job from Shane Malcolm working his way in from that wide position that he started out in the first half. McLeod, you could hear him all the way up here calling that ball early. Malcolm just works his way inside. Strike is initially blocked. Kevon Frater crashing the net there. McLeod, good hands to catch that ball.
Here's Argetta. AJ Ajekwa. And Frater, and they're going to get Ronnie Argetta. Swope Park Rangers still down. Frustrating night for Colorado Springs. And the rain, it appears for the moment, has stopped, but clearly that wind still howling out of the north.
Getting a good look there at the Switchbacks captain. Ronnie Argetta plays a nice little ball, little 1-2 there with AJ Ajekwa. Just overruns that ball, goes for that, wins the ball cleanly. Just his follow through there on the wet surface took him into the player. See if he's going to be all right. Carlton Belmar down on the field, training staff for Swope Park Rangers. The Penrose Orpha Centura nod to the dock out on the field here, taking a look at Carlton Belmar, their star striker.
Ronnie Argetta, the captain, been one of those nights. A lot of frustration. We'll see if the Switchbacks can channel that with some positive energy and cut into this 3-goal deficit here. Just brutal conditions tonight. It is frigid here at Weidner Field, and that picture says it all. Nikola Popovich, first-year head coach for Swope Park. Carlton Belmar, that right quad getting some attention. Steve Tritchew, Waldy Harris in the background. It's one of those nights.
Nothing going the Switchbacks' way. A lot of time being taken here over this injury to Carlton Belmar. It's going to be at least okay to walk off the field here under his own power. See after the training staff, he's going to be able to continue. Some substitutes warming up on the bench there for the Swope Park Rangers on the far side of the field.
So Belmar exits. You have to believe any goal scorer is going to get some attention to that injury here. And for Swope Park, they've got plenty of depth. And a long ball down, sent back out by Josh Phillips. Fans, don't forget USLsoccer.com and at USL Soccer, ways you can follow this great league. Scores and highlights available. There's McLeod to his left.
More good goalkeeping from McLeod. Mastakasher got himself into a dangerous position. AJ Ajekwa once again supporting down that right-hand side. He started the second half very well from a Switchbacks attacking perspective. Sean Chin plays the ball through here. The right back, he's been attacking as well. Just looking for Ajekwa. Mastakasher on the far side in support. But McLeod out strong and out well to collect, especially given these conditions here at Weidner Field.
Phillips heads it forward. Holding and waiting here is Mark Gonzalez. Carlton Belmar. Well, quad appears to be just fine, Roland.
Yeah, he's worked that one off. Training staff was looking at him for a couple minutes on the field. That should just add to the stoppage time here. Weidner Field, Sion McFarland coming across there to make that challenge, but Carlton Belmar, as you called, looks like he's run off that injury. Swope Park Rangers doing a good job of recycling possession, just pinning the Switchbacks deep in their half, but ball won back here through Sion McFarland.
Frater, soft touch, Argueta not gonna get there. Big blast, and there's Moise Poiti.
Looking to curl that one around Moise Poiti. Poiti was quick with the feet there. He's got the neck scarf to start the second half. Shanks his clearance a little bit, but it falls to Luke Vercoloni, who's going to push that ball forward down the right-hand side. Once again for the Switchbacks, they've had the majority of their good offensive opportunities down the right-hand side. Sean Shin getting forward at every opportunity for the Switchbacks.
So McFarland plays it over to Josh Phillips. On that far side, you have Davey Armstrong. He'll receive the pass from Phillips into the Swope Park end. Malcolm on a quick turn. And ball handling so difficult here tonight in the conditions.
Good job once again. Swope Park Rangers holding on to possession. They've been a little bit lacking in their offensive output in the second half, but that's fine by them as long as they hold on to their 3-goal lead. They've got players behind the ball. They're perfectly comfortable to work this ball from side to side, not make up too much ground on the Switchbacks.
Swope Park try to work it up to Carlton Belmar. He'll get there in time. Defended there by McFarland. Content to drop it back to Christian Duke. Vercoloni. The takeaway. Masta Cashier now. Here's Frater. So good to the open field. Come on, Frater. He gets bumped, goes down. And now the whistle.
It was good strength initially by Masta Cashier, able to get that ball to Kevon Frater. Quick feet, little 1-2 with himself from Kevon Frater. Able to wriggle free, make himself some space here. Just plays that ball and just gets the push. Referee right on top of it, going to give the Switchbacks a free kick and another dangerous opportunity. They've got to start making these count here as we tick ever closer to the hour mark.
Omar Votto on the push there. He scored the first goal of this match. So here we go. Kevon Frater on the free kick, and tell you what, this favors the Switchbacks in terms of where he's kicking from. The wind blowing from the northeast to southwest. He'll kick it right out of the wind, low ball, straight up in the air. Frater heads it back into the box. And a good hustle play by Ronnie Argueta.
Great job by the captain there to recycle possession. The Switchbacks still have men over on the far side of the field.
Malcolm. Nothing you can do trying to kick it through a lake. Nike Soccer, a proud partner of the USL. Go to nikesoccer.com.
Really unfortunate there for Shane Malcolm on the right side of the field for the Switchbacks FC. Looked to take that shot, maybe drive that ball across goal. Ball just stopped there in that puddle at Weidner Field. As we see Nikola Popovic making some instructions to his team on the far side of the field. This throw-in being taken right in front of the two benches.
Phillips slides through. Cashier is there.
Sean Shin trying to take that throw in early. Swope Park Rangers protesting. Referee's just going to bring over a player here, have some words, a lot of words being shouted at the referee. So referee's just going to calm down tensions here at Weidner Field.
Here's why.
A little bit of a nudge there off the ball, didn't look like much, right in front of the referee. Just going to have a talk to the two captains here, try to calm things down before they get out of control at Weidner Field.
Lucas Spallo, our referee here tonight. Tell you what, Ron, we have seen tough conditions here over the years at Weidner Field. Perhaps none like tonight.
The surface really has taken on a lot of water. We've seen some games even this season playing under snowy conditions, wet conditions, but the field really got some spots on it where that ball is holding up a little bit. Both teams really fighting here terrific wind, as you've talked about during the broadcast, moving left to right as you're looking at home, really impacting the goal kicks, these long punts forward from the goalkeepers on both sides. So really difficult conditions, ton of water, ton of rain, and now the cold and the wind here affecting play at Weidner Field.
They'll try the far side. Jakeway not able to run it down. High ball up ahead, flicked back by Armstrong, and Swope Park in the box. Armstrong able to get there, clear it out with the left foot. Well, despite playing right into the teeth of that wind, Swope Park continues to generate pressure on the Switchbacks.
They've done such a good job of recycling possession. Switchbacks trying to push more and more men forward to get the equalizing goal. Masta Kacher, Luke Vercoloni doing everything they can to support Kevon Frater, who's the new striker for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Ball in, nobody home on the backside, and that's just going to rocket out of bounds. Here's Shane Malcolm quickly to throw it in.
Just a little bit too high on that cross there. Switchbacks have to continue to push men forward. See that ball holding up in the water. Switchbacks really do have to get the next goal here at Weidner Field. Get that goal quickly if they're going to get themselves any chance to come back in this game.
64th minute of play. We will have stoppage time.
Substitution for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Going to sacrifice Davey Armstrong. Bring on Tabena Uzo. Uzo's going to come on. Offer a big physical presence up front for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. As Davey Armstrong exits the field. Difficult night for Davey Armstrong starting in that left back position. Chapel Hill's Mall substitution here at Weidner Field.
So Uzo comes in, moves up top. And Swope Park's Christian Duke now. Here's Duke. But Jakeway slides over. They'll chip it in. Good ball up. They hold. That's Belmar working on Vercoloni. And a great job defensively by the former captain.
Really good hold-up play from Carlton Belmar. Luke Vercoloni coming across there, putting him under pressure. He wriggled one way, wriggled the other, tried to get that shot off at the near post, and it went out for a corner kick, an accelerated Wealth corner kick. The Swope Park Rangers going to take all the time they can here before they whip this ball in. Clock is on their side, obviously.
So Felipe Hernandez to take the accelerated Wealth corner kick here for the Rangers. Chipped up, and oh, you can see the bobble right there by Moise Poiti. Tough to secure in wet conditions here in Weidner Field.
Went up well for that ball. We know about the vertical leap that Moise Poiti has. Got two hands behind that ball. Just squirmed out of his grasp. It was an early call from Moise Poiti out to claim this ball. Should have made that ball his. Luke Vercoloni, or excuse me, Sean Chin clearing that ball over his head.
Fans, don't forget, go to Twitter at Switchbacks FC, the Twitter handle, and tell us who the Better Business Bureau man of the match should be. Tell you what, I don't know if we can vote for our camera crew, but I give them a nod on a night like tonight. Tough conditions, but they've done a great job bringing you the sights and sounds of this one.
100% agree with that. Terrible conditions here at Weidner Field. Really had, if you were with us earlier in the broadcast, driving rain. Hour plus lightning delay. Nice ball across there by the Swope Park Rangers.
As Gonzalez works it back. He'll touch it over to Christian Duke. In the box, Josh Phillips. That's great defense.
Didn't give up on that play one bit. Josh Phillips, Switchbacks defense need to step up, stop this shot. Well done there. Right into the side there of Josh Phillips, right into the ribcage.
Gonzalez. Back tap, look out! And Poiti, what a play!
Brave goalkeeping there from Moise Poiti. He knew he was going to take a shot there. Went down right at the feet of the striker. Really brave goalkeeping. It was a nice ball, slid through there. Delightful little back heel, taken in the stride, but Moise Poitier out like a flash, able to smother that chance. Great goalkeeping there by the Switchbacks number 1.
Back live here. Ticking out of the 68th minute of play, and that's a look at Tabeno Uzo's checked in here in the second half. Playing up top, so you've got Frater, Malcolm, Uzo, Cashier, also AJ Ajekwa. A lot of scoring threats on the field right now for Steve Tritchew's team. Not able to get it to Ajekwa. Bena Uzo, just an impressive player physically for Colorado Springs.
Swope Park Rangers just keep winning that ball back. See an injured player down there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Sion McFarland, yeah, took a nasty one there. See if he's going to get some treatment the next time the ball goes out. Hopefully here the Swope Park Rangers, they are going to play the ball out. Looks like he's gasping for breath there, might have got the wind knocked out of him. Also a Swope Park Rangers player is down as well, so we've got 2 players here. Real nasty challenge. Sion McFarland there just looked like he took an elbow to the center of the chest, perhaps. Just a flailing arm, nothing intentional looked like about it there.
So you see Sion McFarland down to the pitch, and just to his right is Mark Gonzalez, our Penrose St. Francis Health Services Ortho Centura, nod of the dock. And good to see Sion McFarland working his way to his feet. That's Mark Gonzalez there for Swope Park.
He was holding his calf a little bit when he went down. Both training staffs on the field. It's just going to add to the stoppage time here. Definitely had the wind knocked out of him, did Sion McFarland. Referee just going to give both players a chance to receive some treatment here at Weidner Field.
Again, if Swope Park wins tonight or they tie the Switchbacks, they wrap up a playoff spot here in the Western Conference, which would be playoff appearances in each of their first 2 seasons here in the USL.
You can see the Switchbacks just going to play this ball into Mastakasher. Mastakasher is going to kick the ball back to the Swope Park Rangers. Perhaps because the Swope Park Rangers played that ball out during the injuries, we see another substitution for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Pascal Abusi. Looks like he's checking in to the field for the Switchbacks. Going to go right in next to Josh Phillips. Sion McFarland going to be withdrawn after that injury to his chest.
So Pascal Abusi, a player that we saw start the season defensively for the Switchbacks, suffered an injury and then trying to work his way back into the starting lineup, and here he is as a reserve tonight. Comes in 71st minute of play. Uzo, and there's Luke Vercaloni on a 50-50 ball. Look out, Carlton Belmar. He can cover ground in a hurry.
Such a dangerous player, real top-end speed. Gonzalez is going to have to be removed from the game as well in the Chapel Hills Mall substitution. So both players involved in that collision, Gonzalez and McFarland, now both out of the game here.
Pascal Abusi, long striding defenseman on the back end here for the Switchbacks. Phillips, Bena Uzo.
Good hold-up play there from Uzo. Able to work that ball over to his teammate. He needs to do more of that.
Well,
the rest of this game holding that ball up with his back to goal.
Don't forget, Switchbacks, more to come here. Next Saturday night, they'll host Orange County SC, the Gazette Tote Bag giveaway night.
You can see the urgency with which the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC is trying to restart play. Ronnie Arqueta looking for that ball over the top to Kevon Frater, just unable to get on the end of it. more good defenses we've seen all night long from the Swope Park Rangers.
Argueta backs off. Pascal Debussy. Here's Phillips. Far side, it's Luke Vercoloni who's dropped back after Frater and Abena Uzo entered the contest.
Heavy touch there. Shane Malcolm in quickly to try to win that ball back. Swope Park Rangers do a good job of recycling possession. Carlton Belmar finding himself in a lot of space on the left-hand side.
Pascal Debussy defending here for the Switchbacks. Malcolm is there, a little bit of a bump. They'll play it up. Christian Duke. Captain feeding it forward. Possession game, and why not if you are Swope Park. A 3-goal lead in hand. 73rd minute. They're controlling this game.
More good play from Uzo. Winning that header, referee calling the foul. Kevon Frater starting that ball quickly, looking for Sean Chin.
Here we go. Uzo in the box. Try to get free to Bena Uzo. Chin moves over, and boy, it's been a struggle all night to get quality shots on goal.
Ton of physicality from Uzo we've seen since the introduction of the big striker. Tried to put his body around there, just wasn't able to work a shot from that space that he had made for himself at the top of the box.
Here's Shane Malcolm. Cashier. Jakeway to his right and sends one in.
Cross there from Masta Cashier with the left foot, bending toward McLeod's goal, just held up in the air, held up in the wind. McLeod able to make an easy save, good hands given the conditions. And Masta Cashier looking for that far post, whips that ball in with the left foot. McLeod backpedals, able to catch cleanly. Good goalkeeping.
And if you're Cashier, why not on a night like tonight? That can easily be a ball that's misplayed.
Try to force the goalkeepers into some mistakes. Moise Poati been relatively untested in the second half, playing that sweeper keeper role now, trying to restart possession for the Switchbacks as soon as possible, working it out to Pascal Debussy, who of course started the season next to Josh Phillips as the first choice center back for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
You can follow the Switchbacks FC on Twitter. Look for the Twitter handle @SwitchbacksFC. Don't forget to vote for our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match at the conclusion of this one. You'll find out who the BBB player of the game is and vote at Switchbacks FC. Swope Park in control. A win tonight puts them at 51 points. And no doubt a ton of momentum here heading down the stretch. They're coming off a contest in which they beat San Antonio FC, a team right now tied for second of the Western Conference standings, 5-2. So hitting on all cylinders in the month of September.
And Sporting Kansas City, their MLS parent club, sending a lot of players down on loan. You see that ball could have gotten behind McLeod, but it holds up in the water on the surface here, Weidner Field.
Sean Chin, good play.
But certainly a ton of talent coming down that pipeline from the MLS level down to the USL here for the stretch run for Swope Park Rangers.
Well, I'll tell you what, you take a look at the standings. Real Monarchs, Salt Lake City, Reno 1868, San Antonio FC have all locked up playoff spots, but Swope Park, Phoenix, Sacramento, Tulsa, OKC, that bottom half of the top 8 still looking to play itself out in terms of who gets in, but the playoff race of the Western Conference in 17 is going to be unbelievable.
It is. Ton of teams fighting for that 8th and final place in the Western Conference. You've got a good race in the East as well, but all eyes here from a Switchbacks perspective on the Western Conference. So we'll see who's going to make that. Yeah, Switchbacks are still going to have a chance if they win some of their remaining games going forward because of the fact that they're playing rivals who are facing them. They need some other results to go their way now. It's obviously not in their hands anymore for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, but they've still got a chance to reach that 8th spot potentially. So the games will still be important, but it's about building for the rest of this season and building for the future from a Colorado Springs perspective.
AJ Ajayquay.
Good feet. Just taken out from under him. Referee once again right on top of it. Masta Cashier Going to pump this ball forward with his right foot. Both center backs, Pascal Abusi offering a ton of height now in the box of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Pass to Cashier on a free kick. And headed out by Swope Park Ajakwa and sent right back out.
It's 2-0 to the Oklahoma City Energy FC over Sacramento Republic. Joel Huber, happy birthday Joel, telling us that right here in the booth. So another playoff race in the Western Conference between OKC, Sacramento Republic. So OKC with the lead right now.
Sacramento team that the Switchbacks will see here in a couple of weeks.
Should be a good game. Sacramento Republic, top team, have been consistently in the Western Conference. Had a bit of a hot and cold season here this year in 2017, but they're looking to turn things around, make that push for the postseason. Kevon Frater being called for the foul there on Carlton Belmar.
It's a frustrating night tonight here for the Switchbacks.
So we hear the fans of Weidner Field offering some encouragement to the referee's performance. Kevon Frater being called for that foul.
So Shane Malcolm to throw it in. We talked about next week, Orange County SC comes in. The following week at Sacramento Republic FC, they wrap up the regular season October the 14th at Tulsa. And of course, Tulsa is where they started the season. But a lot of work to be done. And barring a miraculous comeback, they're going to have to win out, you would have to think, or at least pick up 4 to 5 points over the next 3 games.
Seeing a lot of individual physical battles going on here on the field at Weidner Field. So let's hope the referee's on top of it. We don't see any cards needed to be produced. The Switchbacks players getting a little bit frustrated, obviously, being down those 3 quick-fire goals from the Swope Park Rangers. Referee going to blow his whistle there. Not going to go to the card. AJ Ajakwa asking for more, but that's good refereeing. Just going to give the Switchbacks the foul. Masta Kasher once again going to push this ball forward once we restart. Was Ajakwa there being fouled? Succession of fouls 2 or 3 times. Referee could have blown his whistle there. Finally did. Ball really holding up in the water. Not able to get to Pascal Abusi, who's pushed forward.
Top play. Ball sent in. And well, that is difficult dribbling on both ends. Don't forget, Dead Man's Brew Fest coming up September the 29th here at Weidner Field. Go to deadmansbrewfest.com for tickets and more information. Tabena Uzo high up in the air, and then Frater going to be called for the foul.
Referee once again well positioned, blows the whistle. Swope Park Rangers going to take all the time they can with this free kick. McLeod going to stride forward from the goalkeeper position, try to push this ball to one of his teammates up through the wind here that we're seeing in Eastern Colorado Springs.
Well, Roland, when you take a look at the way this one's playing out tonight, where the Switchbacks set, we talked about being 2 points out of a playoff spot. Your thoughts on this team heading into the final 3 games of the season?
Well, it's been an up and down season, obviously, for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They had a moment where they were really getting a lot of results to go their way, playing some fantastic soccer, but they just haven't been able to press the right buttons when it comes down to crunch time right now before you get to the 2017 USL playoffs, and that's what's seen some of these results go against the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. So, like I said earlier, I think it's a question of potentially building for the future, seeing what the Switchbacks have in these last couple of weeks, maybe making some changes. You've seen obviously a lot of second half changes here on the field tonight. Players like Tabena Uzo, Jack Jones obviously got the start. Kevon Frater came on in the second half. So Pascal Abusi's also been entered into this game. So we may see some more of those changes as the Switchbacks play out the rest of 2017. But they'll definitely be looking to get a win. They've got 2 more games at Weidner Field. Those are always difficult games. The Switchbacks play well here at home. Tonight, notwithstanding. So Switchbacks going to do everything they can to get 6 points in the next 2 games for sure.
And perhaps may get Jordan Burt back. We'll see how that comes. But Jordan, of course, has been out the last several weeks due to injury, but that would be a big lift to have number 44 returning.
You talked about it when Jordan Burt was injured, the offensive and potentially defensive MVP of this Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC team. Such a good player, Jordan Burt, and obviously his loss was compounded tonight. Josh Suggs also out of the game, as we see here. Nice turn there. Swope Park Rangers. Pascal Abusi coming across, making the challenge. Referee right on top of it, not buying the theatrical way that the forward went to the ground there. But as I was saying, Josh Suggs as well being out of this game. Huge loss for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. You take Suggs out of the lineup as well as Jordan Burt. Obviously, that's a lot of missing firepower for the Switchbacks FC. Mulatto there, as we saw in the replay going forward. It was Pascal Abusi coming across, making the challenge.
Yeah, Pascal can cover a ton of ground in a hurry here on the back end of the Switchbacks. Been a tough night for Colorado Springs. In case you've joined us late here, we had a lightning delay in the 18th minute. That lasted over an hour. We came out of the lightning delay, and Swope Park struck for 3 quick goals. One of the 20th, one of the 21st, one of the 23rd. And that, folks, are Jack Quinn's fans of the game. Tell you what, an applause for that foursome, setting through the blustery conditions. Tell you what, not just wet, not just windy, it is frigid.
It's absolutely freezing cold outside. Those fans prepared well, brought the umbrellas, brought the hats, brought the gloves. So big shout out to the Jack Quinn's fans of the game here tonight.
Well, Swope Park, no doubt, will be a contender here in the postseason. They are minutes away from locking up a playoff spot for the 2nd consecutive year. Duke, top of the 18. And that is taken away. Luke Vercoloni. Abusi. Now, tough playing in goal tonight.
Dangerous there from Moise Poiti to play around with the ball. Should have just cleared that first time. As we tick here, by about 10 minutes left, including stoppage time. We obviously had a couple of stoppages, couple injuries, a lot of substitutions in the second half. Weidner Field, so I'm sure the referee will give us a few minutes after the 90.
Moise Poiti. Low ball up. Well, the Switchbacks team, no doubt, when they're hitting on all cylinders rolling, they can be as dangerous as any team of the league, and that ball firing through the end line. But boy, the last few weeks it's been tough to put anything together. So here is our moment of the match, and not a huge surprise coming out of that stoppage lightning delay. Bang, bang, bang scenario. 3 quick goals. That's Carlton Belmar, his 12th of the season. And then a couple minutes later, non-cell Selbo, and 3-0. And that is our Penrose St. Francis Health Services critical moment of the game.
Great display of finishing by the Swope Park Rangers to get those 3 goals. 3-0 is still how we stand here. Weidner Field, see that ball just stopping on the turf due to the rain.
Carlton Belmar. Defending is Abusi. Closing in from behind Malcolm.
That ball's going to go the Switchbacks' way. Just bounce back off of Carlton Belmar.
Uzo. Ball dies at Frater, the acceleration. Don't forget, folks, our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match is coming up at the conclusion of this one. Ronnie Argueta, low blast. Flips it in. Here's Frater. Shot. And wide of the post, far side.
Unlucky there for Kevon Frater, just looking for the far post with that right foot, trying to curl that ball in. It's well defended. Swope Park Rangers pushed up well. Just dragged that shot wide, always curling wide with that right foot from the young Jamaican, Kevon Frater.
Shot taken right behind Tyler Pasher. Swope Park. Tough night for that man. Kevon Frater checks out of the second half, and just too deep of a hole to climb out of here tonight. And Roland, after we saw those 3 goals put up on the board here out of the stoppage, I thought, hey, we're going to see a lot of offense, but it never materialized.
No, the Swope Park Rangers did a great job of really killing this game, defending from the front. Strikers working back, 2 banks of 4 behind the ball. Every time the Switchbacks got possession, they're going to make one more roll of the dice here as we take ever closer to stoppage time at Weidner Field.
Robert Marsavich checking in as Lebo Maloto heads off here in the 88th minute of play.
See the 4th official just trying to hurry things up, maybe just for his own benefit, to try to keep warm there on the far side of the field. That's our final Chapel Hills Mall substitution of this game.
So Swope Park minutes away from winning for the 15th time this season. They'll go over 50 points in 2017. Well, you look at the top of the Western Conference standings as Ajekwe and Chin try to work it in. AJ Ajekwe, that ball just holds up, and you can see just how that water is factored in here tonight. But the Western Conference standings, Real Monarchs at 57, Reno San Antonio at 52 with a win tonight. Swope Park goes to 51 points, and any of those 4 teams, now they've got a chance to win it all, but I would say all 8 teams have a great shot, and that is off the mark.
Referee's assistants got the flag raised for offside. We see 2 players down on the turf again at Weidner Field. Pascal Abusi took a nasty one there. Josh Phillips doing everything he could to get back, but the referee had already blown his whistle.
You know, we have said this all season long, though, when the Switchbacks are hitting on all cylinders, they're as good as anyone in the league. But just the inability to find that consistency game in and game out, it's just, it hasn't developed this season.
Definitely been a misfire the last couple of weeks for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They've had good results. They played some really good soccer at times. We've seen it here with our own eyes at Weidner Field. And it frustrates you because you wish they could have put that together on a more, as you talked about, consistent basis from a Switchbacks perspective. Then they could really be challenging up toward the top of the Western Conference, but it just hasn't happened for them so far in 2017.
Pascal Abusi. There's Sean Chin and Malcolm now. Ball's going to hit a puddle right there. So 4 minutes of extra time here. Carlton Belmar and company. They put it together.
It's been a very dangerous outlet offensively for the Swope Park Rangers tonight. Carlton Belmar down the left side. He's caused the Switchbacks all kinds of problems. Obviously got a ton of MLS talent. We know that from Carlton Belmar. He really has showed it here tonight in Colorado Springs.
Signed with Sporting KC this past week. AJ Ajekwa. He'll have another crack at it. And he got a piece of it in goal. That's Darren McLeod.
Really good save from McLeod. Over to his right-hand side. Ball held up a little bit in the air, took a nasty deflection. It was good play from AJ Ajekwa to fire that ball goalwards. Gets a second bite at the cherry here. Ajekwa fires that one, takes a deflection. That's a good save from McLeod to tip that ball around the post for another Budweiser corner kick.
high in the air. Uzo, and it's in for the goal.
And the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC pull one back. Pascal Abusi bundles that ball home. It was a good ball over to the far post. Uzo looking for goal there, heads that one across the face of goal, trickles along the goal line, and fired home. Pascal Abusi, 3-1. Swope Park Rangers over the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC here at Weidner Field. Good ball in from Mastakacher. It was a great leap from Uzo. Just puts that ball into a dangerous area, bundled home. Pascal Abusi.
Well, they have continued to play hard. Despite being down 3 goals, they're rewarded here. In the 92nd minute, Pascal Abusi gets the goal to cut it to 2. Well, the good news is a chance to regroup, and you never know what can happen in the final 3 games of the season. Certainly not out of it by any means.
Swope Park Rangers taking a lot of time here. That goal, Switchbacks goal, sponsored by the 365 Grand Club. Pascal Abusi with the stoppage time finish after a great header across the face by Tibena Uzo.
That's Pascal Abusi's 2nd goal.
We're going to see a yellow card here. Referee quick to reach for that yellow card on the Switchbacks captain, Ronnie Argueta. Just going to wait for both players to get up. Looks like Ronnie Argueta just overran that ball a bit. Reaches in for the challenge. Referee quick to pull out the card.
Penrose St. Francis Health Services, Ortho Centura, nod to the dock.
See here, Ronnie Argueta takes that touch to turn. Just overruns that ball a little bit. Nasty collision for both players.
Fit a little more on a night like tonight.
Definitely.
Hanson Hot Spring Spa's yellow card.
Wind starting to pick back up here at Weidner Field. So we get a better look there at the Switchbacks captain, Ronnie Argueta. Christian Duke going to try to walk that one off.
And they're at home for the next 2. Orange County and then Sacramento. So Bercoloni played up on the far side. Big blast over to Shane Malcolm, and that ball just runs.
Good ball across from Mastakacher.
The cross hangs, header, no. It's big Tibena Uzo, and that will do it. But a long, cold, wet night here in Colorado Springs. But Swope Park prevails. Your final score, the Rangers 3 and the Switchbacks FC 1. Stick around, folks. Our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match is coming up next to the post-game show. Back after this.
Are you up for 14,000 feet? How about 2,800 steps? Or maybe a day at a mountain zoo and ancient cliff dwellings? In Colorado Springs, Olympic-sized adventure is around every corner. Let us help you find your inner champion. Are you up for it?
The award-winning Xfinity Sports Report returns for another season of covering Colorado preps like no one else. From football to volleyball, soccer to softball. CET is the place to be this fall as we showcase the very best our state has to offer. The Xfinity Sports Report, your Colorado high school connection, only on CET, Xfinity Channel 900.
Back here, Weidner Field, Swope Park, the Rangers knock off the Switchbacks FC by a final score of 3-1. A cold, wet night, a night that included a lightning delay of over 1 hour. And after that lightning delay, Swope Park came out, scored 3 consecutive goals. Omar Botto, Carlton Belmar, who got his 12th goal of the season in the 21st minute. And then 2 minutes later, it was Nansel Selbo. And that was the difference in this one. They put up 3 straight back-to-back goals. And Pascal Abusi adds one in extra time. But too little, too late. So, as my partner joins us here, Roland Vargas, as we take a look at the scoring here tonight, really, that surge out of the lightning delay, that was the game.
Fantastic play from the Swope Park Rangers to restart. Bello with the first finish, really well taken inside of the right foot. Just passes that ball into the goal before we see the finish from Carlton Belmar.
And then Nansel Selbo getting the goal in the 23rd minute of play. And that put him up 3-0. And you can see there, Pascal Abusi not able to play it. Belmar turns, fires, and scores for his 12th goal of the season. And all the momentum to Swope Park at that point. And certainly, you had the feeling that, okay, they're down 3 goals, but there's still a lot of time. That was the 3rd goal scored after the 23rd minute mark. And Swope Park was up 3-0 at the half, and just all kinds of highlights in that little surge. And certainly Swope Park with this win today wins for the 15th time this season. They're now at 51 points. They have locked up a playoff spot. And in doing so, they're headed to the postseason for the 2nd consecutive year. You can see our man Roland Vargas and our Better Business Bureau man of the match making their way over here. And I tell you what, tip your cap to the Switchbacks. Certainly things did not go their way tonight, but certainly as they are game in and game out true professionals. And here we go, our Better Business Bureau man of the match standing by with Roland Vargas. Roland, take it away.
Joined here by the Better Business Bureau man of the match, Ronnie Argueta. Ronnie, tell me your thoughts after that disappointing loss.
Yeah, they wanted it more than we did. They came out in the second after that delay, and just 3 goals back to back. They just wanted it more than we did. Yeah.
You've got a long week of practice now before another home game. How do you guys prepare, try to get 3 points?
Well, we stay focused for the next game. Last 3 games, we need to finish strong.
Ronnie, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Get some rest. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Back to the booth.
Roland, thank you. Ronnie Argueta, thank you. Our Better Business Bureau man of the match. Well, that is going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Once again, the final score, Swope Park knocks off the Switchbacks FC by a score of 3-1. For Roland Vargas and our entire crew, this is Josh Howe saying so long from Weidner Field. We'll see you next Saturday night. Good night, everybody.